One of the things that I love that you do is the player comps. And there's a lot of people that spit out player comps, but they're usually they're tough for me to get to because they're
dangerous,
dangerous, historic comps, always a dynamic player, not always realistic. I don't think you reach with your player comps. Let's do a few of those. Speaking of Jeanty, who's a running back that you can see him as a comp to?
Yeah, play style that we have not seen in a while. And obviously this player had a tough exit from the league, but it's Ray Rice to me in terms of you just watch Ray Rice coming out of Rutgers, that low to the ground style, constantly having defenders fall off of him. There's not a lot of running backs that are that dense and at that size, a shorter player where they run with such low to the ground leverage. That was the name that, came to me right away. Some people like Maurice Jones-Drew. I wasn't there yet with Jeanty. Obviously Ray Rice, his early years with the Ravens had some out of this world production in terms of both as a receiver and a runner, and just the way he was able to have tacklers fall off of him. I think Jeanty's play style is very similar to the prospect Rice was coming out of Rutgers.
Cam Ward?
This is a tougher one. I've talked to some people about this that bring up a throwback name like a Steve McNair. It's hard to land on one for Cam. I think that when you look at the low end comp, it's Tyrod's best seasons where Tyrod did such a good job extending plays, throwing the ball down the field, making plays on the run. But Cam's got more juice in his arm. He can alter the arm angles. He can rip the ball into tight windows. He's not a runner, but a scrambler that can kind of reset the pocket, move the pocket. He is very, very tough. He is a great leader. It's a really, really tough one to land on for Cam. So the highest end of Tyrod Taylor, but I think he's going to be a better player than that.
Let's talk about Travis Hunter. In terms of a comp, do you prefer going with a corner comp or a wide receiver comp?
I have a wide receiver one that I love, and this is the richest one I wrote out for, I would say, the 100 comps I'll end up doing. I published about 18 of them for NBC today. Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson as a wide receiver. And it is dangerous when you compare a guy that had 7 seasons topping 1,000 yards receiving. Number one, Hunter is that kind of talent at the position. These guys are slender. They have enough height. They are twitchy, not fast. They're not always looking to run over the top of you. A lot of people forget Ocho wasn't a 4.3, 4.4 pre-draft kind of guy. Hunter didn't run. I don't think he would have ran in the 4.3s or the 4.4s. I don't think it matters. I think the agility is off the charts. The route running is dangerous, and they got ball skills. They don't need to be 6'4" to take away the football, win the ball in the air. Feels like they hang in the air forever. I see Travis Hunter as that Chad Johnson Bengals version.
And Abdul Carter?
Yeah, so this one to me is kind of ironic because he's probably going to the Giants, and he reminds me of a player that plays for the Giants and Brian Burns. They're 250-pound edge rushers that they win the exact same way. It's speed off the edge. How much can I set you up with that ability off the ball, off the edge? Then you start to set too wide. Okay, now I can hit you with a spin move inside, or I can cross your face. They play bigger than their 250-pound weight. A lot of the great edge rushers in the NFL can play closer to 260. It doesn't matter for these guys. And the last thing is you just look at the closing speed. There's a difference between disruptors and play finishers. These guys are play finishers. They don't just disrupt the quarterback. Their closing speed and pursuit speed is elite. You got to remember Burns ran a 96 percentile 40-yard dash. If Carter was healthy and tested, he would have done the same thing. He would have been a 4.5-ish, mid 4.5s kind of guy. They know how to finish plays and sack the quarterback. Sacks get you paid at the next level.
See, I love this. We're not talking about, he's LT, he's Michael Strahan. He's Brian Burns. That feels like a very realistic comp, which is why I love when you do these comps. I'm like, I can see those.